that sounded.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mystery Mayhem. We got the Masterminds in the house tonight. What? Look, you guys, I even have my knife earrings on.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
My little killer, and I'm in my red. I'm in killer mode.
Very nice. Very nice.
So we can find out the fate. We are going to let some people trickle in before we announce anything, but we will I'm going to let these ladies introduce themselves in case anybody here doesn't know them. I'm pretty sure everybody does by now, but in case there are people here that are not participating in the readathon, you still have time. But we are doing reading sprints. Mostly this is for Mystery and Mayhem. You can be here whether you're participating or not. So go ahead. Tiff, do you want to introduce yourself?
I am Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm. I mostly read cozy mysteries and romance. Tonight I am reading some bakery cozy that I found that was like on Audible for free because I wanted to get the points for the chocolate chip prompt, which if you don't know about that in Readathon News, until midnight tonight, you can get extra points for anything food related, and if they are murdered by food. So if it's a food related book, whether it be a chef or it takes place in a restaurant or anything like that, you get 5 points. And if somebody is murdered and they are murdered by some sort of food, kitchen utensil, anything along that line, you get 5 more points. So I'm reading a bakery cozy. It's called Maple Bacon Mayhem. I thought I should get points for having mayhem in the title.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Alas, I did not.
That actually sounds good. You'll have to let us know. How are you liking it?
Yeah, it's very, very cute. It's a cute little bakery series. It's like a taffy shop. And on the beach. I've really been enjoying it. And then I just started a new romance by Kristen Proby. It's part of a series I'm reading already by her. I think the series is like, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the town. Yeah. It's one of those. So how about you guys?
Hannah?
Hello, everybody. Fellow Masterminds. Everybody else. It's nice to be here. I am currently reading The Enemy by Sarah Adams. My book club is like unofficially budding reading this month. And my Libby hold for it expires literally tomorrow morning. And I am like 5 chapters into it. So I'm going to try.
You better up your speed.
A pretty good chunk of it read. It's not the end of the world, but I would still like to get a bit of it done.
Nice. Have you read Sarah Adams before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We actually read the first book as a book club book back in February, and it was so good. It was so good. It was good. I'm going to try to knock that out pretty early tonight.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, for those of you that don't know, this is my channel, Jules Books and Things. My name is Jules, and tonight I am reading California Bear. So obviously red cover. There's no people on it, but this is like a detective serial killer mystery kind of book. So I don't even remember where I heard about this, but it has been on my list forever. And when I was looking for red books, I'm like, this is the time to read it. So I'm only 80 pages in, but I'm already really having a good time with it. So
nice.
About that. So let's get to some comments. I'm going to try and get through these quickly.
Also, Tiffany, you were talking about the chocolate chip thing, and I literally just made chocolate chip cookies. So I feel like that should count.
It should count.
It should count. If you baked something, you should get extra points.
Listen, I had a prompt. Wink, wink.
That's great. Hi, Wendy.
Rumors had Masterminds cheating.
Also, let us know what team you're on if you're here. Hello.
Our ghost.
Yeah. Oh, our ghosts, our only ghost. She might be the only ghost. Who knows? Hello. Good evening. Reading Bodies and Battlements by Elizabeth Penny. Go Lassies. Hello. Reading Left for Dead. That sounds like
Left for Dead.
For Dead. Yes. I'm reading The Chamber by Will Dean. Let's go, Lassies. Reading Body in the Bayou.
Yay.
Hello, Jen. Go, Lassies. Reading Final Cut by Olivia Worley.
Look at them all taking over our sprints.
There's a lot of laughing here, man. Where are
Yeah.
our masterminds?
Well, the only mastermind I've seen so far we killed.
That is terrible. Terrible.
Jen reading Heartless Hunter. Love that one. Hi, Amber. Hello. Yes, Grandma. So many lassies.
Get.
Go lassies. Man, they just all ganged up and said, let's go take over their sprints.
Really, though.
My thundercloud.
That's awesome. Hello. Hey, Corinna.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, Jen. I just got done with a 3-hour parent-teacher conference on Zoom where no one showed up. What?
Jen is a mastermind.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Represent. I'm reading Is she really going out with him? There's a sleuth in the house. Hey, Amy. Team Lassie's reading Ruin by John Gwynne with my eyes and Heat of the Everflame with my ears. And maybe Laura Olympus if I need something easy. There you go. You got all the things going. Going to start Murder by Cheesecake tonight. Love it.
I hope you like it.
Yeah. Go Lassies.
Boo.
Reading Women-Filled Disaster. She's going for those extra points.
Mhm.
By, how do you say that? Toyra? Moody. To get some extra foodie points. Yes. Hey, Yvette. Reading House of Bane and Blood tonight. Betsy, Mastermind. I'm going to be reading It's Watching by Lindsay Curry. I love that book. It is a spooky middle grade, and it is pretty creepy. I loved it. I 5-starred it. That is also a host rec. So if any of you, want to pick that up, extra points. Wrapping up in the craft room and going up to read Crown of Midnight. Mad at it, but also loving it. Mm-hmm. You'll have that. Sleuth. What is this? What? Oh, she's a mastermind. Are those little devils? What are those?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like, Team Masterminds, here we are. Masterminds are here.
Woo!
Lassies.
Oh my gosh, the lassies are showing up.
Oh,
They really are.
We need to make sure to keep y'all in check. Listen. Hello, reading at Shield of Sparrows for Team Masterminds. Yay!
Also, have either of you, Tiffany, I know you don't read a lot of fantasy, but have either of you picked that up yet?
No.
The Shield of Sparrows.
Hmm.
I've heard different things about it.
I think that's what Wendy's reading too right now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
Wait, which book?
Shield of
Sparrows.
Is
I
that
haven't heard about
Debbie
it.
Terry?
I don't have any idea. I don't know who reads it. Who wrote it? Everybody's reading it. I hadn't seen that, and then I saw somebody did a book haul and showed it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting."
It's beautiful.
Yes,
the sprayed edges on it, it's stunning. But I don't want to buy it, and then everybody hate it.
Yeah, it's by Devney Perry.
Oh yeah,
Devney Perry.
Yeah, she writes the Indigo Ridge and I'm the Calamity Montana, which I just finished last week, that series. But
yep, there it is.
There's another book out right now that has I can't remember. It has the one of my favorite covers in a long time. I'm trying to find it. It's a fantasy. I don't know if I'll ever read it, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, that cover is just stunning. I did see, and somebody does it have sprayed edges too on it?
Which one?
This Shield of Sparrows.
Yeah, it has detailed edges too.
Yeah.
They're not just sprayed, they're
right. Yeah, like a designed edge.
Yeah.
So pretty. Let's see. Team Sleuth reading the Traveling Cat Chronicles. Love it. Another lassie here reading Summers at the Saint. We've kind of proven we like to show up for this challenge. Okay. Loving it. That's good. I heard it was good. I'll probably read it next month. Love it. I have heard to read Silver Elite first. But supposedly Shield of Sparrows is better.
Maybe it'll ruin it for you if you read Shield of Sparrows.
Eating it all up. All day.
I'm intrigued.
I'm at 70% in and loving it.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm at the end of the comments. So do we want to go ahead and do the announcement? Tiff.
Sure.
Okay.
So
go girl.
I think we need a drum roll.
Yes.
Hannah, that's you. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Sleuths took the round, y'all. Sleuths won. I know, but I'm
no sleuths.
Yeah.
Okay, I am sad, but
Yes.
they have not won yet. So
the percentage.
Good job, Sleuths.
Right? Like
you're like, good job, sleuths.
So for percentage wise, the Sleuths had 33%. The Lassies had 26%, and the Masterminds had 24%. But I do want to say this is the first round where people started showing their teeth because the Lassies were sabotaged 170 points. So everybody was sabotaged 30 points by our resident ghost, the lost coffee mug. But so I'm taking that out of the picture. I'm only talking about like people just sabotaging. The Lassies had 170. The Masterminds were sabotaged 761 points.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, tell which teams did that.
Can
we say that?
Yeah, there was one team that really came after us, and it wasn't the Sleuths.
Yeah.
However, we still ended up with 24%, and the Lassies had 26%, even with the sabotage. So we did great. It was a really great round for everybody, to be honest. Congratulations, Sleuths. Enjoy it because it's the only chance. No, it's the only win you're going to get.
It's the only chance you'll have.
So we know the nice team is the Sleuths, okay? Because they were at least still nice. Your Lassies are not so nice to us.
And they're all here.
The only sabotaging our team had was from y'all. That's just mean. You guys are bullies. Am I right?
Oh, good job.
I mean, it was I will say, so when Maddie was like, we were like, oh, she had 170 points. She's like, before I tell you the total of sabotage points for you, Tiffany, just know that I love you and your team.
No, you don't, Maddie.
And when she said the total, even we were both like, but you know, I mean, it's a
look here, Maddie says. Fact that you hit there, and still we're only 2 away. Yeah,
that's amazing. That's what I'm saying. We were still at 24%, y'all.
We would have had a victim.
So we would have definitely had a victim. And the other way to look at it is the Lassies made a smart move, you know, from that perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Listen, if I get another rule, no kidding.
Yay for being the nice team. I mean, I'll really myself. I was bored of it. Sure. Yeah.
Good job, Sleuths.
We wanted the Sleuths to win. Yes. When you said yeah. Y'all did deserve a win. I mean, yeah. There's nothing worse than playing a game and not winning even a tiny little bit.
At least the Lassies did not win, y'all. I'm so sick of them winning.
Yeah. So sick of those Lassies. That's so funny. Okay. We are at the bottom of the comments. Except for Wendy now. Hannah. Okay. You guys want to do what?
I was just going to say one thing. So I do want to tell you guys now because Maddie never did, but after the sprints last week on Amy's channel for the Sleuths team, they were like, we should band together and sabotage. So the next morning I said to Maddie, wouldn't it be fun if I put a video up that said
they couldn't sabotage?
Yeah. You can't sabotage.
Yeah.
And then like an hour later you put up something and says, she didn't have permission to do this. She's a liar. She just wanted to cause chaos. I took away her permission. And she said, that's genius. Do it. So I made that video and thought that an hour later, Maddie was going to put up something that said, this is not true. And then so I messaged her. I'm like, did I misunderstand what we're doing? Because you didn't put. She's like, no, let's just keep it. It's fun. So it was so funny. It was not.
I mean,
supposed to be
y'all
an actual
never
rule.
know what you're gonna get
Yeah.
in this readathon, and that is what makes it fun.
I
Y'all
just thought it would
gotta
be
roll
funny
with the
because
punches.
they were all like, we should band together. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny? And then you just say she just went rogue and like I took away her permissions or something.
So funny.
It's so funny.
So just make sure that you guys are checking out in the Discord, the readathon news area,
Yes.
so that you can get any. If she has any little changes that she'll add, that is where she's going to put it. And we just got to roll with it, you guys. It's a readathon that has a base premise, and then we add to it.
And the second word in the readathon is mayhem.
Yeah.
So, expect the unexpected.
When do I want that? Let's see. As long as you don't go throwing cups at me.
Who's throwing cups?
Yeah. I have a terrible
You
withdrawal.
guys didn't see that?
I did what? Yeah, I don't know. What is she talking about? Who's throwing cups?
Oh my gosh.
Is it in the banter thing? Is it?
No.
was
So after we killed the lost coffee mug.
Oh, when you dropped your thing and cut. Is that what she's talking about?
After we killed
the
lost coffee mug, I made the video about and I smashed the coffee mug and I slashed my husband.
That was terrible. Because I was thinking, like, I really hope that there's nobody's feet right there.
And then there was.
Listen.
The gasp, you gasped. You just heard, I was like, oh no.
He took one for the team. He really did.
He did. And, I expected it. I mean, obviously, I knew it was going to break and I had a towel down and all that. I didn't expect it to be so sharp when it broke that it would because it was like ceramic.
Like, what are the odds of it going directly to his foot?
Right. Yeah. Seriously.
I think his foot was in the way, but
she said ruthless. Yeah. Blame it on him. He was in the way. You weren't back far enough, sir.
Yeah. His foot was in the way.
That is so funny. I love it.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Let's do some reading. Everybody go make sure you check your Discord. And I don't know when she's going to post the next person, but Gabby is safe. Was it Gabby? Yeah. Gabby got saved. What a shame.
I know the ghost is waiting for
so we'll see. Yeah. Poor ghost. Lisa's all by herself in the ghost. Causing mayhem by herself.
She really has caused a bunch of mayhem since the ghost.
Yeah. Okay. How long do you guys want to read? Do you want to read to like the top of the hour? 40 minutes longer? What do you think?
Whatever you want. You're the leader of this helm.
I got the Okay. We'll just do to the top of the hour.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Hang on, I gotta go back to the comments and get rid of that. So tonight I did a let me share my screen and figure out how I want us. Do I want us like this?
Oh, so fun.
That is awesome.
It is a clue. It says it's a clue, but it's a murder mystery train ambiance. Look at all those weapons everywhere.
That is so fun.
I love it. That's awesome.
So this is what we're going to do.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very
nice. Guys. Top of the hour. Come back. Happy reading.
Happy reading.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Nope, not that one. Our faces were like, whoop. How'd you guys do?
I got to chapter 24 of chapter 27 in my book, and I will get extra points for this being a food cozy, so I definitely will be finishing it.
Yes, you're gonna get it done.
It's not like it'll go towards the masterminds because I'm coming after. Never mind. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's funny. How'd you do, Hannah?
I did pretty good. I made it to page 74, so about 40 pages that sprint. And I just love Sarah Adams so much. I always forget how funny she is, and every time I pick up one of her books, I'm always laughing out loud. She reminds me a lot of Abby Jimenez. Tiffany, have you read Abby Jimenez?
I haven't read her, but I love Sarah Adams. I haven't read the series you're reading right now, but I really like her Rome, Kentucky series.
I think that if you like Sarah Adams, you would love Abby Jimenez.
I just read an author recently that reminded me of Sarah Adams. I'll look on my Goodreads.
Because it's just like witty humor. It's things that you wouldn't think about. That's just funny. So
I'll have to try her. The thing with Abby Jimenez is I get most of my stuff from the library, and no matter how old her books are, there's always like a forever old.
Right.
You know, which says a lot about her as author, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I did pretty good. I ate dinner, let my dogs out while I was listening to my book. And then I got this table behind me has like a gazillion pictures on it. I have a tote bag. Y'all, this tote, it's so heavy. This is full of pictures from my mom's house.
Oh, wow.
And that's just some of the ones that I got. Like when we cleaned out my mom's house, like a couple years, well, it would have been like 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. She lived with me for 2.5 years, but lived by herself for a year after she moved. So I digress. Anyway, it was a lot of pictures, and me and my cousin went through, and we spent days going through and sorting. And I gave her family stuff and my family, and then we split the ones that had our grandparents in it. And then, there's all kinds of pictures of that I'm finding from a long time ago. I don't remember a lot of them. Like the memories are super cute because like there's some with my brother, and he's been gone for 13 years, I think. And so like just seeing pictures with him when we were little, it's just so sweet.
Those are so special.
And then there's some I'm just cracking up at because I'm like, these are ridiculous. And it also stinks because some of the old pictures, it was like the old school, like, wind cameras, then they're just like fuzzy. And so I'm like, if I can't tell if it's too like fuzzy, I'm like, nah, you're going in the trash. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like there's so many, it's not gonna matter. So I'm just trying to go through all those.
I feel like people don't do that anymore. Like take pictures and then print them off.
Right. Yeah. They really don't.
They don't. And it's kind of, I mean, I like it because I like going through them, but then I'm like, also like,
where do you store them? Like, that's a lot.
You know what I mean? Like my great aunts, so my grandma's sister, her stuff went to my grandma, and then it went to my mom, and then it went to me. So like it's literally just a roll of like, on down. And I had me and my cousin, when we went through them, we had such old photos, and they were the coolest photos, like the old school, like old time when they didn't smile, and on like a paper, black and white, like, and it felt like paper, and they looked like they were from, a really long time ago, but they didn't write who they were. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know who these people are? Like, I'm related to these people probably, but I don't know who they are. So I was like, whatever.
That's my favorite part, is when they would write, this is me and blank, or this is 1965.
Me and such, and well, who are you? You know what I mean? Like if it's not somebody in the picture, it's like, so we did a lot of, me and my cousin did a genealogy thing a while back, trying to go back and see if we could figure out like, who some of them were, which we did go back pretty far, but I need to get back into it. But anyway,
I love that.
But I was doing that, and I think I listened to like 30 some 40 pages. I don't know. So I thought I started on page 80 and I opened my book and I was like, wait, this doesn't match up. I forgot that I was listening to it earlier when I was power cleaning before sprint. So I was actually started at like 130 something. So
Wow.
anyway, I don't know the specifics of where I was at, but I'm liking it. It's good. All right, let's get back to, and I only watched half of the New Victims out.
Mm-hmm. She did a great job.
Yeah. I was like, I only watched half of it, so I need to finish the rest of it. So let's see, where was I at? I was right here.
It was very good. Everybody's been so creative with their videos.
Yes, they're so fun.
I know.
Wearing my green
Sleuth, Diva, Temple, you cut us to the core.
This is amazing. Yeah, the ambiance was so fun. Hi, ladies, hopping on. Reading Trust of the Emerald Sea. Hello, thanks for joining. Hopping into commercials. First thing I see is Wendy saying, so the lassies decided to band together and sabotage today. Yeah, apparently.
Right.
Realizing the readathon is by yeah, right. Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Despite all the dangerous weapons everywhere. Yeah. I had to give options, you know. Reading The Enemy tonight. Nice. Hey, Gwen. Continuing The Staircase in the Woods. I know she's liking that. I need to get to that.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it is actually. It's the it's this one.
No, I don't want to say.
It's literally woods. But there's a staircase. So some friends go out and someone goes up the staircase and then he like disappears.
Oh, okay.
And then they go back so many years later trying to like it reappears and like so they're trying to figure out what it is. But I mean, it is like a thriller, I think. So too scary for Tiffany. Got my kids to bed, read another chapter. Nice. Didn't read a single word. That's all right, except for Piper's book while being put to bed. Yeah. So suppose you did read. Yes. It all
good for you for reading to Piper.
Trying to finish Murder at the Beacon Bake Shop for extra points. I made chocolate chip cookies during the first sprint. Yes, yum. I love that series too.
I do too. I like the Beacon Bake Shop.
Maddie, we need extra bonus points for baking chocolate chip cookies today.
That's great.
And if you weren't here, Maddie, my book is literally called Maple Bacon Mayhem. And I feel like the fact that it has mayhem in it.
Yes, I feel like there should be extra points for that if it has mayhem.
There should be extra points.
We're just adding our own. We need points for that, Maddie. We need to add points.
Or we should be able to sabotage other teams more because we did extra work.
That's right.
Just saying.
I had to break up my 10-year-old. What? Oh, and 7-year-old from jumping on the bed.
Oh,
no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Yeah, I literally had 6 pages. Well, my husband keeps talking to me. I think he's secretly sabotaging me for the lassies.
Your husband's the mole, Betsy.
That is so funny. My husband was doing that last night. Like I was on sprints. Gwen had sprints last night, and I was on there, and I was listening to my cozy, and I wanted to get through a lot of it. And I'm listening to my audio, and I have my book. I was playing my game through part of it, and he's just back here yapping, and I was like, hang on. So I go, what? And he's like, oh, I didn't know you were. Well, you know, I always have an earbud in my ear. Like literally, it's like, I'm like, I'm always listening.
It makes me so mad and like my husband knows that when I'm reading, like I'm probably listening to something and he'll have a full conversation with me. And I'm like, I heard nothing what you just said. And he'll be like, why didn't you hear what I just said? Because I was listening to something.
I say, huh? And he'll be like, he's like, and he'll kind of huff, and I'm like, I literally wasn't listening to you. You were he was behind me. He was on the couch. I was like, how am I supposed to know you're talking to me? I thought you were talking to the dog. There was one time he was saying something. I thought he was talking to the dog, and I was like, I thought you were talking to the dog. Like, not my fault. Read 28 pages of Heartless Hunter.
Nice.
Excuses, Betsy. Reading a book called The Story Collector by Evie Woods, a different book than what I would usually read. It's good so far. Well, that's good. Jumping out of your comfort zone. Started Black Woods, Blue Sky. I've not heard of that. Wendy. Listened to several chapters on lemon-filled disaster while making New York cheesesteak sliders.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
That sounds delicious. delicious. Listening to Butcher and Blackbird, so hopefully I can get it done by midnight for the sleuths. Well, we hope you don't.
Don't worry about it. Take a nap. It's fine.
Just
Take
kidding.
a nap.
But I do love that book. I just read that book last week. Ugh, I flew through it. It was so good. It was so good. I'm at 62% and checked out Discord. The victims all do wonderful videos. It really is so creative. And it makes it fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
they've
it
been
does.
amazing. All of them have been done. Oh.
Have any traitors or moles been found yet? Yeah, I don't know.
Betsy's husband.
Exactly. Read 24 pages and loving it. Hi, ladies. Read 5 pages. Promise I'm going to get to this round. Okay, sure, Corinna. Less than an hour of Wonton Terra on audio, but it's less than that on 2 times speed. Yeah, you got this.
Those are such short listens.
Yeah, I started the Egg Drop Dead yesterday. I think it was like in the evening. Like I burned it.
I thought you DNF'd the series.
Girl, I did. until was it yesterday? Yeah. They posted that because it's a red cover. The next book, the book 5 was a red cover. And we got extra points for a food cozy. So I was like, well, I didn't know that until today, but I started this yesterday. I was like, we already were going to get extra points for it being a host rec and a victims. And it was red. So I was like, I'm reading this. I was like, I'm jumping back in. And I actually did like it better. Did you DNF that, Hannah? Are you reading the series still?
No, I am on track. So I'm like starting Egg Drop Dead this month.
Okay.
And I didn't really love Wonton Terror.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
really liked the first one. The second one was pretty good. I DNF'd the third one. I could not. I think it was the audio narrator. And I read the Wonton Terror and I gave that one 3 stars. But I enjoyed this one. So I feel like I was like, okay, I like it better. I was like, I think it was because the Wonton Terror one they were literally eating dinner for probably 50% of the book. And I was like, like they would just they're at dinner again, having a conversation. Like every time I was like, can we do something else besides sit down and have family dinner?
I think number 6 is my favorite. I saw the bonus points, but Vivian Chen was going to be at Malice a couple weeks ago. And so I was like, I want to get caught up on the series so that when I see her, I can say I'm caught up. So I'd read even the newest one, Red.
Oh, did you?
And then it came out. I was like, oh,
you're like, dang.
So I just read Chow Maniac like right before Malice, the week before Malice.
Did you consistently love those, Tiffany, or did you like up and down, up and down?
I have really liked the series overall, but I think some of the books are, even in some of my favorite series, I feel like it's in terms of the actual enjoyment, because a lot of times it depends on the mystery. Because for me, like, I'm not a big cold case fan. And even if I absolutely love, I'm just not a big cold case fan. I'm not a fan if there's like a historical treasure hunt, or I don't know. There's certain topics that I just, don't interest me as much. But I do think that it's much better reading it than audio, because audio, the narrator, for me, doesn't.
The new one, the one that they switched over to, is better. It's still not great.
Yeah.
But it's definitely better than the one that did the first.
Yeah, I do think that the audio does that series a disjustice for sure. I do think so though.
Yeah.
But the 6th one, it like it involves you like learn all about the Mahjong ladies.
Oh, I like that.
And so I was really excited for that. And it takes place in a salon, which was really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
I really, really enjoyed that one. It's been my favorite of the series.
Yeah, this one was good. Like I felt like
one takes place in the salon. I think it's number 6.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet, so probably. But yeah, the Egg Drop Dead one, it was more. I feel like it had a better mystery in it. It was kind of good. It was more like fast paced, so I just was more intrigued in it. And there was I think there was maybe one family dinner, if that. But I was like, that last one, they was always sitting down. Every time we turned around, they're sitting down for dinner. And I was like, let's move on and do something else.
Yeah, Wonton Terror was probably my least favorite so far.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and continue my thing because I own them. I already have them all. I was really sad that I was going to DNF it, but then this sucked me back in because I was like, I got to read this for these.
Oh
points.
wow, that's awesome.
But it got good. So yeah, back at it. Did I read this one? Yes. Okay, yeah, I did. Hannah, those earrings, I'm obsessed. What are your earrings?
Would
Or
you? Oh,
Uno's, those
oh my gosh! Oh, those are cute.
no cards.
And this one's a draw 4, I think. Yeah.
That is so cute.
Husbands.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
these husbands messing with us. It's probably Maddie. She did convince us to go. Wait, what? All forgo our. To forego our points and sabotage Mastermind. I was like, wait, what is she saying?
I think she's trying to say she's the mole.
Yes. Yeah, she probably is. You know what? She played a game. We played a game with Gwen on like our sprints or something one time, and it was that Donner dinner party thing.
Oh,
And have you guys heard of that?
no, that sounds like
It's like a cannibalistic type Oregon Trail game or whatever. It's
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty fun actually, but you have to figure out like who the cannibal is, like or whatever. And let me tell you, Wendy had the best innocent looking face, and it was her. And everybody was like, she just was so innocent looking and lied so good.
Oh my god.
your
Wendy's
face. She is
That
the
is
mole.
unhinged.
Yeah, Wendy's a good little fake out. So that'll be hilarious. I read 34 pages. Originally DNF this book, but I figured I'd try it again with I'm not a fan of Wonton Terror, but maybe the next one would be better. Yeah, see, I think a lot of people kind of just had that.
I have heard the next one.
But maybe it'll get better. Jen, you're reading Heartless Hunter. Yes, finally. Yeah, it's good. Wendy, you are right. How funny if Maddie is the mole this whole time.
Right.
She might be. Let's see. Yes, Wendy is straight-faced liar. She is. I'm gonna tell you. I was cracking up because I was like, because we were playing and I was like, I know I'm not. I was like, I bet it's her, but she's like really good at lying. So I was like, I mean, like if she's not it, she's real good at lying. But yeah, she straight up had that innocent act. Wendy is not innocent, y'all. She likes to stir the pot too. When we do challenges in Gwen's Patreon, Hannah, you know, Wendy said she likes to, her and Jess, they are at each other. All right. We are caught up again. Oh, wait, here we go. Wendy said, I can lie if it's not serious. I can only lie if it's not serious. Okay. Real life, I can't. Yeah, that's my daughter. She can't lie to save her life. I was like, oh, man. She does like to stir the pot. See? They know. That's so funny. Okay. All right. You guys want to read again to the top of the hour?
Yeah.
And then call it after that. It'll be our last sprint. Look, I still had read until look, I don't even have to change it. I never changed it back.
Look at that. Nice.
Perfect.
Reading the whole time we were there. Whatever. Okay, let me get to the right one again. Let me take this off. Go turn us back on. Okay, we're back on screen. Reading, hunting down some victims. Okay. Happy reading, you guys.
Happy reading.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
How did we do?
I finished my book.
Yay!
Yes. And I got both bonus points for food, both food prompts. So very happy.
We love it. We love it.
So too bad for you, lassies. No, I get sabotaged.
That is
But
so.
I
I made it 50% of the enemy, and I'm also really loving it. I think it's so cute. It's so cute. I think I'm liking it better than the match.
Really?
Not that the match was bad at all. I loved the match, but this one just hits because I love a good enemies to lovers. So.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Nice. I got another 30 pages listened to and a couple stacks of pictures that I got through.
Nice. Hannah, that author that I was thinking of that reminds me of Sarah Adams her name is Anna Conwell. It's Anna like ANNA, but then it has an H on the end. So it's Hannah without the H at the beginning.
Okay.
Conwell. And she has a sports series, but it's not the same sports. So the series is called More Than a Game. And the first book was hockey, the second book was golf, and the third book was football. And reminds me a lot of Sarah Adams.
I've seen, like, she wrote the gold. Yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah,
the first one was really good. The second one was okay. The second one was just as good, but it was golf, so I just wasn't as interested.
Yeah.
And then the third one was really good. The third one was like much more rom-commy than the other two. A lot of banter. It was very, very good.
Thank you. I am definitely going to check those out.
Tiff, do you like all the hockey romances?
Of course. If you saw me cheering during the sprint, the Hurricanes won their season. I'm hoping for a Hurricanes Maple Leafs Cup. So
yay for you.
My team's out, so
Yeah, you gotta root for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's funny. How did everybody else do? Let us know in the comments. We read that one. Mm-hmm. Yes, ambiance was delightful. Hey there. Late, but I'm here reading The Staircase in the Woods. Nice. I finished 38 points for Masterminds.
You're like
2 chapters is watching, already loving it so much. Yeah, it's so good. That's fun.
I wish we had like cool.
I know something cool. Yeah, you gotta
have so fun.
Way to finish another one for the Masterminds. Yes. Woo! Got to chapter 8 of Murder by Cheesecake. It's really good so far.
Have you guys read that?
Yes, I did. I liked it. It was mid for me. Like I gave it a 3. Like I enjoyed it while I did it. Well, but it was just too heavy on like the wedding stuff for me and the traditions. Like I wanted a little bit more like mystery in it, and it just didn't have that, so it just felt very much. But the audio definitely represents like all of it distinguishes between the Golden Girls very well. You know what I mean? Like their personalities and the things they say. Yeah. So I really did enjoy that. So overall, I did enjoy it. But
I will say that I think that you could tell that the author was a very big fan of the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like clearly you wouldn't write if you weren't, but what I mean is like intricate, because she would throw in references of like things that unless you were like a diehard fan, you just wouldn't
catch it. Yeah.
Wouldn't catch. And I thought I really, really enjoyed that. I've heard a lot of people say heavy on the St. Olaf and the wedding and all that. It didn't bother me. The only thing that bothered me, this is such a weird thing, and I'm just being petty, but somebody pointed it out and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it. They called Sophia called Dorothy Pumpkin. And that's not what she called her in the show. It just annoyed me.
I missed that. I missed
Well,
that.
I didn't notice it
Why?
until you pointed out, and then it's like you notice it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't see that.
I can't find it anywhere on audio.
Yeah,
Like my library doesn't have it.
yeah, I had to use an Audible credit.
Yeah, that's the only place that I can find it.
Yeah. When we sabotage you, can we specify which mastermind it goes to? Asking for a friend. And don't believe so. I mean, I guess if you want to put it in the
That's rough.
somewhere in there on your points total, be like going toward not me. It better be somebody else.
I'm just saying, we're supposed to be the evil team, but y'all are savages.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ruthless. Hello. Got to 30%. Made it 58% and trusted the Emerald Sea. Really hoping to finish it tomorrow. Good luck. Hope so. My heart is broken for the Caps. The worst when you have a great season and choke in the playoffs. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Tips like that.
I mean, if you're a Blues fan, you or even watched the series, you know we choked with 3 minutes in the game. We could have won this series up 2 goals and lost with 3
minutes. Oh, that's rough.
So I'm very sorry. I mean, I was rooting for the Hurricane, but I know how it feels. So I'm very sorry that.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Grandma Susan got to 74%. Zoe got to 52%. Nice. I'm listening to it. You should talk about that. Sonia was saying if Red White Cheesecake had been any other characters by Golden Girls, she wouldn't enjoy it, but she likes that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to use animal credit. Yeah.
I know. That's what they tied it with literally 1.6 seconds left. 1.6 seconds.
That's crazy.
Hide it.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Well, you know, the Chiefs be doing it in less time than that, giving us heart attacks at football. But they usually pull it out, give us heart attacks.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall when that happened to you, Tiffany.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Were you yelling?
My poor dog was like, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, Bobo. I know, Bobo.
That is so funny. Okay. We are at the end of our comments. So Maddie did want us to remind you guys that Laura says, I don't want to talk about Super Bowl either. Yeah. We're not going to talk about it. Maddie wants us to remind everybody that the Clue movie night is this Saturday, right? This Saturday? Yes. The 17th at 7 p.m. Central Time. Do you guys know, are we all just playing it and chatting in the Discord, or is she playing it? Did we decide that?
I don't know how it's all going down.
I need to check. I wonder if we're just like chatting in the movie Discord.
I'm pretty sure that's
everybody's just starting it at their own, like at 7.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get it? I'm trying to think of where it was streaming because I watched it with Gwen's Patreon last year.
I think it's on. I think I rented it from Prime.
I think so. Yeah.
And I also think it's available for free on like either Pluto or Tubi or one of those free services. I think it's available. Or
it is so.
Everybody do some Googling. Oh my God, I was laughing. I forgot it had been so long since I watched it, and then I was dying laughing with everybody when they're running back and forth, and I was like, "This."
I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time. And my husband told me, he's older than me, and he was saying that when it was at the movies, it would like they showed it with just one ending, and then the marquee would say ending A, ending B, ending C.
Oh, nice.
Come back and see it again. They didn't show it. You know how like in the movie they're like, or
yeah,
they didn't do that when they first brought it to
me. Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's funny.
Pluto. Thank you, Betsy.
Yeah, Betsy says Pluto.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Especially if people have Pluto.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think I already have it because I bought it. I think it was like really cheap. I think it was only like a few bucks to like buy it on Prime. So I think I still have access to it. But anyway, so Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We are done with sprinting. Sorry, we're little early birds over here. I mean, I am an early bird.
This whole group, okay, we're all grandmas, okay?
Oh yeah, I am. Even this, it's like 10:10, and I'm normally asleep for
Same.
Yes. Yeah. Here we go. Hey there, new subscriber, my fantasy reader, currently reading a Game of Thrones. Oh, yes, that's nice. Well, welcome. We are ending our sprints here, but we're always having sprints. There's always other people. I linked Hannah and Tiff's channels in the description, but all of our hosts and team leads are all linked in each other's like sprints and things. But yeah, you can always go find sprints. Almost on everybody's channel has done some, I think. A lot of
And
us.
I think Brittany is hosting all day on Saturday.
Yeah, I might try
the crew readathon. Okay. I don't know what she's starting.
I might try and pop on her sprints with her on Saturday because
a little bit.
I think my husband's gonna maybe go try and ride his motorcycle. So I'm like, I will do that. You're welcome, Betsy. East Coast here. Yeah. I know. I was like, some of us are all in different time. Like it's only 9 here, but like my husband's getting ready to go to bed. But by the time, but he also gets up with the crack of jack. He gets, his alarm goes off at 4:45 and I hear it. So literally I wake up at 4:45, but I do get to go back to sleep. Luckily, you know what I mean? Like me and the dog, we'll just be like, okay, he's leaving. And then we go back to sleep. But sometimes I'm like, I sit in bed and I'm like, okay, don't get up, dog. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes if he gets up, then the dog wants to get up and then he wants to go out. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready to get up yet. And so I just like, and please don't get off the bed. Because if he gets off the bed, I know he's got to go out. But dang dogs. Been up since 5 a.m. Oof. Yeah. Rough. That is rough. Yeah, Hannah, do you get up? What time do you get up for school? What time does your school start?
It starts at 8. But I leave my house
early. 7.
Mm-hmm. I don't have to get up super early.
Yeah,
like 6:30. But
how close are you to your school to work?
I'm not very close. I'm about 40 minutes away. So
dang,
it's quite a commute.
That's
what grade do you teach?
First. I'm a first.
So sweet.
And they wear me out.
Oh my gosh, I bet. Tiff, how close are you to your work? Do you work from where you work at a building or outside?
I do. And it's so funny because I only work 11 miles from home, but because of traffic,
it takes you
almost an hour and 15 minutes.
What?
My God.
Traffic.
To go 11 miles. Shut up.
Traffic is absolutely atrocious.
Is it like a freeway?
So I don't take the freeway because it's always gridlocked. I take multiple back roads, but I go through tons of school zones. And so going through the school zones at around that time, I'm having,
that's crazy.
But Florida traffic, like it, my grandmother lives 3 miles from where we built. And 3 miles from my house is my grandmother's community, and it takes 25 minutes to get there.
Girl, you could walk it. Walk that 3 miles. We go into grandma's house. get your walking shoes on.
I mean,
that is nuts.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
DC traffic's insane. I'm so glad I don't have to commute anymore. Oh, me too.
Yeah.
So I used to work downtown Kansas City. So I'm in a suburb outside of Kansas City, but so it's like 30 minutes, but 20 to 30 minutes depending on what area. But man, there were mornings it'd be good like the first, I don't know, 15 miles, and then it's just like you said, it's just bumper to bumper all the way down into the downtown traffic. But it was so funny because when me and my husband, when we lived in this next city closer to downtown, but there was a back road that I could take, and I could take it all the way down, and then I wouldn't even have to get on the highway. So kind of like you, I would rather be driving and it take me 10 minutes longer to get somewhere than sit in traffic for 10 extra minutes.
Yes.
I
do not deal with any traffic whatsoever.
Yeah.
It takes me 40 minutes to get there. So I would rather do that than be
than
so
what Tiff
gross.
does. Absolutely. I cannot do it. And it was funny because when we were younger, like it went through not a great neighborhood, but it was, and my car started overheating one time on the way home.
Oh no.
I did not stop. This was before cell phones, y'all. Okay. I'm throwing my age out here. We did not have cell phones in our cars. Okay. So I could not just pull off in the hood. I was not pulling off in the hood. I blew a head gasket.
I
You
bet.
work from home now?
Do what?
You work from home now?
Yes, I worked from home, y'all, before me too, Jules. I hate sitting. I worked from home before working from home was like a thing. So I have worked from home for 18 years.
Oh, that's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I used to work downtown in an insurance company, and I don't even remember how it came about. I knew my mother-in-law cleaned houses for somebody that worked from home. And I was like, I want to do that. I had like a 1-year-old. I was like, I want to work from home. But so I took an interview, but it was billing and it was commission. And I was like, I can't do that. Like I need to know X amount of dollars coming into my, account. And so, which billers can make really good money, but, so I work for a billing company and I answer phones, but so they didn't have anybody doing customer service. So the billers were answering their own doctor's patient calls. So they weren't being as productive with their billing than they would have before that. And I'm talking, this company started out pretty tiny. And so they were like, I took a cut and pay to work from home. But in my mind, I was like, I'm not going to have gas. I don't have to worry about clothes. I don't have to eat that. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I can do this. And so I started working from home. Is the best decision I ever made. Then here we are 18 years later. I will probably work from home till forever, till I retire, if I can retire, whatever.
I love that for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's days when I'm just like, because I talk to a lot of rude people every day, all day.
I'm sure.
But in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, I don't have to drive to work. I don't have to, you know what I mean? I save gas, the wear and tear on my car, like car insurance, because I don't hardly have any miles, that on my car. I'm saving miles. I can run errands on my lunch that are close here. Like it's just nice. And I'm like, it exceeds the bad calls. I get lost because of MapQuest in the neighborhoods of Inner Baltimore. I was alone in the dark and scared. MapQuest be having you turn right when you should be going left. Yeah, girl, watch out. You're going to be driving into somebody did that here one time. Google Maps took them somewhere crazy and they literally drove into like a river.
Oh.
It was nuts. I was like, how you
common sense here, people. Like there's a
right?
Like, what? Barnes & Noble flagship store is a book lover's paradise. 4 floors of bookish goodness. Ooh, that sounds nice. 4 floors. Dang, I've only been to a 2-floor Barnes & Noble before.
4 floors at Barnes & Noble, Kathy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
4 floors? Oh my gosh.
I'm so jealous, Vivi.
Let's see. Viviana says, I haven't worked in a while. Oh, around 30 years. That'd be nice. Yeah. Gotta get that money, that work life. But someday I'll win the lottery if I ever play it. Right? It's so funny. My husband and I say that to each other. We're like, did we win the lottery? Did you play? Because I didn't play. I'm like, we can't win if we don't play. Too funny. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on Sprints. Thank you, everybody that joined us. And it's been a fun readathon so far. I'm excited. We still have half a month left.
Let's take out Charlene, everyone.
Make sure you
Masterminds, get to reading. Get off here and go read some more.
Make sure you give Maddie lots of love. She's put so much
Maddie's been
work into this readathon, and it's been absolutely amazing. The twists and turns and all that. Don't tell her I said that, but no.
Union Square, New York City, Barnes & Noble flagship store. Oh, that's great. New York. I have never been to New York.
I
Have you guys?
not either.
No.
I don't think I do want to go.
The traffic and the busyness and the crowds.
I really want to go if I can be
Okay.
teleported to Broadway, see a show, and then be teleported out. Like I
Yes.
don't want to deal
Perfect.
with crowds, people. I
Yeah.
just want to see the show and
And then bounce.
Mhm.
That'd be so cool. Yes, Maddie is the best, y'all. Make sure you go show some love in the Discord for Maddie. She has worked really hard on this. And yeah, I'm having a good time though. But okay, friends, we are going to stop here. And yeah, Saturday, Brittany is having some sprints. If y'all aren't busy on Saturday, pop in. I think she's doing them for at least probably a few hours, she said, I think, or more. So, and then, yeah, maybe we will see you in the movie night. So,
all right, everyone.
oh, nice. What is
That's
that?
awesome.
Al Pacino accent. I love that. That's so funny. Okay. Good night, friends. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Jules. Bye, Hannah.
Bye.